Yo, what's happening everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Ranj and I hope you're all doing very well. Now we haven't seen the TTRS in a little while. I think it's been about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks since I uploaded a video on the TTRS. But today, as you can already tell from the title, we are going to basically be cracking on with the TTRS and getting it to a stage where we can start that engine and hear that 5-pot purr. And I think I'm already giving one of the products away from the t-shirt that I'm wearing and from the box behind me. I just want to say a massive thank you to a company called Forge Motorsport. Now you might have heard of Forge Motorsport because I have actually installed some of their products on my S3 in the past. I want to say a massive thank you to them for showing support to me and for the TTRS build and just my channel in general. Today we're going to be fitting Forge Motorsport intercooler for my Audi TTRS. But not only that, they sent me out a ton of goodies. So whilst I want to say a massive thank you to Forge, I want to give a massive thank you to somebody very specific at Forge Motorsport called Zach. He's been super helpful, really professional, really kind. So in addition to the t-shirt that I'm wearing, which is absolutely awesome, they sent me out a really cool hoodie. I've now got a Forge branded mug. Whenever you get a mug, happy days. And lastly, a keychain and some air fresheners. Forge Motorsport sell a whole heap of things. Air intake, silicone pipe, they even sell catch cans, they sell diverter valves. They do a lot, so if you want to check them out, please do head over to their website. Right, let's have a look. So this is a stock Audi RS3 TTRS intercooler, yeah? Just, you know, bear that in mind. This, so literally double the size in every aspect, is a Forge Motorsport intercooler. This is absolutely massive and it's awesome. So I've got the Forge stickers, and I think you can actually, is this sticker in actually? Instructions, which is always good. Then you have, well, it comes with, sorry, an altered crash bar. Even got the Audi emblem there, so you know it's actual proper genuine stuff right there, which is awesome. So this is the Forge Motorsport crash. So this is the Forge Motorsport crash bar. It's got that Audi logo there, so you know it's all genuine stuff. High quality finish, I will say that. Alright, so I'll switch to my GoPro now. The mic might sound a little bit different too. We are now going to be installing the Forge intercooler. First thing, crash bar. I'm not going to lie, this crash bar from Forge Motorsport is absolutely bob on. Like fitment and everything is just very, very, very OEM. Do I need to think about anything else? Think so. Ooh, up in there. Crazy, that just went on itself. I wanted to copper grease the bolts. I think we'll make some good progress today. I really do. It's already starting to look so much better from this angle. Buzzing. Oh, buzzing. Do you know what I've done? I've actually fixed it. Still a nice bit of gap between everything, which is good. How good does that look now? Whew. I thought it'd be a lot easier, and it is straightforward if you have this prep done first. You do need to, on the RS3, you don't need to trim any of the rad pack casing. On the TTRS, if you buy Forge intercooler, you do need to trim some of the rad pack casing. So it's kind of like how I did for my S3 when I fit the Wagner intercooler. Let me show you the exact amounts you need to trim if you have a TTRS, so you're not basically wasting hours on end. And this is where I feel like my videos are good, because no one else shows this. So right side, so passenger side, that's how much you need to cut. And then the driver's side, yeah, you need to cut a lot more to give you a bit of a better view. It is easy if you have the crash bar off, but that is exactly how much you need to cut, so you do need to cut quite a lot. So the reason why I cut recording is because back for the past 45 minutes, so obviously you know I had to cut the rad pack casing. I had a little blade. I thought, let me get the blade out, I'll do a little bit of manual movement. Ali's got the blade in her hand, and I'm taking it out and it flung into the engine bay. Mini like heart attack, yeah. Just thinking, oh, not the stress I need, not the look, just worst look ever. We're searching for it. I call Ali out. We're looking 45 minutes. I went to get my endoscopic camera. I thought that's the only way I'm going to figure it out. Turns out, just if I plug it in, Ali finds it. So if you're ever going to do anything around the engine, don't. Just do it a little, like maybe...
At the other end of the garden
Yeah,
range.
something like that. So if it does fling, you know it's not going to go near your engine, so yeah. Love you. So moment of truth. Got my little bolt. We'll get one side on first, so pop that in. There we go. So that fits now like a treat. Really happy about that. So let's get that in just loosely. Yes. Woo! That was difficult. That. Sorry, it goes there. So it's like, yes. Over here, hopefully you can see that there. Right, now let's see. Now at this point I had to revisit the intercooler installation another day, and that's because when I initially ordered the intercooler from Forge, I assumed that you essentially get new boost pipes, but I assumed wrong. So I essentially had to reach back out to Forge and they sent me a boost pipe kit for the TTRS AS intercooler, and essentially they came next day, which was absolutely awesome because it just meant that I could resume a lot quicker. I did have the option to choose from a few different colours such as black, red, blue. The boost pipes on my S3 are just black, but given the TTRS is blue, I thought, you know what, let me just go for some blue ones. I think it'll look quite cool. So in addition to the boost pipe kit, I got all the relevant clamps needed to ensure that everything fit perfectly. And the difference between the OEM genuine boost hoses versus the Forge Motorsport boost hoses is really just the materials that they're used out of. I think the OEM ones are like a more rubber material, whereas the Forge Motorsport ones are a lot more durable and they are made out of silicon. I have this really peculiar reason this is fitted the wrong way. Let's do it really, really quick. So either I didn't record it or I did record it and I just can't find the footage. I'm going to think it's the former, not the latter. I probably didn't record it because I don't know really what happened to the day. But regardless, I wanted to give you a quick breakdown and summary of the Forge Motorsport intercooler. Now I appreciate my Audi TTRS is completely different to my Audi S3, therefore the installations of certain products are going to be completely different. But one thing I will say is the installation of this Forge Motorsport intercooler was seamless, the instructions were clear. All of the products that Forge Motorsport sent me, the goodies, the boost pipes, the intercooler itself, everything looked very premium, and I can confirm it works very well too. And because I cannot find any footage of the finished result, I'm going to give you a quick glimpse of what the car looks like now that the intercooler is all bolted on with a crash bar. Now I'm going to delve into the next addition to the Audi TTRS, which is headlights. If you want to know what £1,000 looks like, well, 1,300 to be exact, have a look at these TT headlights. They're not even TTRS headlights, they're essentially just the TT LED headlights for the Mark 3 AS. I don't know if I showed you, I managed to get all this done. So look, if you look now, that I do have a cap for that inside. Parking sensors on, I need one more. And then I think these, the loose ones, I've got 1, 2, I think I've got 3 little loose wires still, and they're essentially all for the airbags. Let's see, why? Right, I'll go grab the keys because all I want to know is if the main beam works, and the lights work, and the day light running lights work and all that good stuff, so BRB.
We're going to test if the lights work. Does it work? Oh, they do work.
Yeah. Just let me know. What the lights like?
Yeah, they're nice.
So I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope the instructions were clear, and hopefully if you opt in and get this intercooler for your DAZA DNWA platform, this install video should hopefully help you. Now a very quick reminder, this video is basically the penultimate finale. When I refer to finale, I don't mean the TTRS is complete, because I'll get into that in a second. It means in the next video we're going to touch on the coolant flush, the oil service, and I'm going to try to tack on and squeeze in all the bodywork. And again, even that isn't complete. So yes, in the next video you're going to witness, see and hear the first start of my Audi TTRS AS. We're going to finally hear that DAZA purr, and then that should nicely bring us up to speed as to where I am at with the TTRS, which isn't good news. And I really don't mean to be intentionally kind of like on a downer in terms of my energy, but it isn't good news, right? And I'll get into this in the video after the next. So basically when we're up to speed, but ultimately I've been driving the TTRS around. I've probably done around 150 to 160 miles in it during the first drive, which I didn't record. And the reason why I didn't record it is just because I was so busy with the wedding and I didn't really have time. When I drove it and when I still drive it, there is like almost like a humming noise. First, I could only really describe it as when you were a kid, like, you know, when you rode on a bicycle, there was like, you'd put a bottle on the back tire to, you know, make it sound like a car, that kind of whirring noise. Now, initially we were told one thing, it turns out that it's not that, because I replaced that part that we were told that was faulty. Now this Friday I'm off to a place where they can either rectify what I think the issue is, or it's going to be very, very bad news. So I'm praying, and I need everybody to pray for me, really. I need everybody to pray for the TTRS, because it is so, the amount of this, it's expensive if this thing that I think it is broken. Like, it's very expensive. So I'm hoping it's not broken completely. I hope it can be fixed. But yes, this video and the next video should basically bring us hopefully up to speed as to where we are at with the TTRS, because what I really want to do after these two videos is essentially start getting the content out, which is showing the current issues that I'm facing and what I'm trying to do to rectify it. And I genuinely think it's going to help so many owners. It would be really nice to get some good news on Friday, but look, the main thing is that I am healthy, and that's the only thing that really counts at the end of the day, is that you are healthy, because all this other stuff, you know, it's a journey. And very lastly, let me sneak in a quick update with the S3. Everything's going okay. I have got it back. When I went to Santa Pod about a couple of weeks ago, which I did record, I'm not going to release it because I don't think it was worth it in my opinion. I launched so hard at 4,000 revs. Normally I launch at about 2.5, it's adjustable launch. The radiator popped out, hit a coolant pipe. The coolant pipe then hit the belt, and coolant everywhere. I had to get towed home. Horrible day. And my brother has since rectified the issue. It needs to go back to Aries tuning to basically for him to have a one over. And then we've also realised that my turbo does need to be sent back to Turbo Technics. I don't think that's a big issue. I'm going to hopefully confirm with Nathan that I can still drive it, enjoy it, but I think I'll just try to get it fixed next year. If it's only going to be an issue when I floor it, I don't mind. The main thing is I want to drive the car. Now, in terms of that finale video where we do start the TTRS, I'm actually going to try to get that out in the next 2 days. So bear with me. I want to try to get them out ASAP, so then we can get basically up to speed as to the current issues we're facing. But until then, take it easy. Peace.